Technological development. It is a theory that describes the fundamental transformation of society through technological development. This theory arose with the Czech philosopher Radovan Richter. Mankind in Transition, A Look at the Far Past, Present, and Far Future, Masefield Books, 1993. Technology, which Richter defines as a physical entity created by applying the mental and physical effort of nature to achieve some value, develops in three stages: tools, machines, and automation. He says that this development follows two directions: the period before technology, in which all other types of animals remain today except for some types of birds and primates, was an irrational period for a person who was in its early prehistoric times. The advent of technology, which made it possible by developing a rational body, paved the way for the first stage. The tool. The tool provides a mechanical advantage in accomplishing an actual task, such as an arrow, plow or hammer, that increases the physical effort to achieve its goal more effectively. Later, animal-powered tools such as the plow and horse increased the productivity of food production almost tenfold over hunting and gathering technology. Tools that allow one to do things that are impossible to achieve with one body alone, such as seeing subtle details with a microscope, manipulating heavy objects with a pulley and a cart, or carrying amounts of water in a bucket. The second technological stage was the creation of the machine. A machine, a more accurate powered device, is a device that replaces the human physical stress component and only requires control of its function. Machines became widespread with the Industrial Revolution, although windmills, a type of machine, are much older. Examples include cars, trains, computers, and light. Machines allow humans to largely bypass their body limits. As putting a machine on a farm like a tractor, food productivity increases at least tenfold over the technology of the plow and the horse. The third and final stage of technological development is self-employment. Autoplay is a device that removes the human control using an automatic algorithm. Examples of machines that show this feature include digital watches, automatic phone keys, pacemakers, and computer programs. It is important to understand that the three phases outline the basic types of technology, so the three are still widely used today. Spear, plow, pen, knife, glove, pen and optical microscope are all examples of tools. The process of technological development culminates in the ability to achieve all possible technologically and desirable physical values through mental effort. One of the economic implications of the above idea is that intellectual work will become more important for physical labor. Contracts and agreements about information will become increasingly more popular in the market. The expansion and creation of new types of institutes that work with information, such as universities, bookstores, patent trading companies, etc., are an indication that civilization is in technological development. This highlights the importance of emphasizing the debate on IP in conjunction with decentralized distribution systems such as the Internet today, where the price of distributing information is invented to zero using more effective tools for distributing information. More and more information is distributed to an ever-growing client base. With increasing non-interference in the aforementioned markets and increasing concerns about the protection of intellectual property rights, it is not clear what form the information markets will take with the development of the information age. Technology, society, or technology and culture refers to the dependence, influence, and co-production between technology and society at the other, technology to culture, vice versa. This synergistic relationship has occurred since the dawn of mankind, with the invention of simple tools and still in modern technologies such as the printing press and the computer. Academic supervisors are called the study of the implications of science and technology in society and vice versa, can be found, science and technology studies. Importance. stone tools about 2.5 million years ago, is considered essential in human development in the premise of hunting. It was suggested, in that controlling the fire with early humans and associated cooking was the spark that radically changed the development of mankind. All these little changes in mobile phones, such as access to the internet, other examples are the co-production cycle. The community needed to be able to invite people and be available everywhere in the research and development of mobile phones. They are affected by the term the way we live our lives. As the population relies more and more on mobile phones, they request additional features. This is also true with today's modern media player. Society is also affected by the changes to the previous generation media players. In the first, personal music players store music bars. However, this sincerity method seemed relatively fragile and low when CDs came. Later, the availability of MP3 and other compressed file formats made the CDs look very large and limited. Even the small MP3 players that were created and made a large amount of data. Societal preferences help determine the course of events through predictable preferences. The common concept of the term technology is the use of computers or modern devices, and this view is limited in vision, because the computer is a result of technology, while the technology that this course intends is a way of thinking and solving problems, and it is the way of thinking that connects the individual to the desired results, that is, a means and not a result. In ancient history, the economy began when intentional trade structures over time were transversal, spontaneous exchange of goods and services. Equity makers, for example, have realized that they could do better by focusing on making equity and barter to meet other needs. Obviously, I subscribe some amount to technology regardless of goods and services swap, and if no more than making jewelry, shell and love. It can be said that some technology even involved in shaman potions and sacred things. Thus, from the beginnings, technology can be said to have spurred the development of more detailed economies. In the contemporary world, superior technologies, resources, geography and history lead to strong economies. In an economy that is strong and works well, the natural economic surplus is pouring into the expansion of technology. Moreover, because technology is an integral part of human society, especially in economic aspects, and the new sources of financing technological endeavors are almost undeniable. However, while initially technology investment involved little more than time and efforts, and the skills of one or a few men, today, this type of investment may involve teamwork and skills for many millions. Consequently, the sources of funding for large technological efforts have been enormous, narrowly shortly ago by easily reaching the collective action of an entire society, or even a large part. It is traditional to divide government sources of funding, which includes family, or roughly all, social institutions, and private, which includes a more limited, but generally more focused, business or individual institution. The government finances are Accurate, MEP, which aims to give every school in Britain at least one computer, programs, training materials and extensive teacher training. Similar programs have been established by governments around the world. He was often behind military technology, with many modern applications developed for the military before they were adapted for civilian use. However, this has been a two-way flow, with the industry often developing and adopting approved technology only later in the army. Entire government agencies specifically are devoted to research, such as America's National Science Foundation, the UK's Scientific Research Institutes, and innovative research efforts for small businesses in America. Many other government agencies devote a large portion of their budget to research and development.